think any more midnight releases are just pretty lame. Not a lot going on there. My headset's on backwards. How's everybody doing? There we go. That's on straight. Okay. Now I can hear baby. I think all you guys can hear baby too, because baby is cooing and cawing up a storm. You're gonna check? Probably should have already. Like, I got a call from GameStop yesterday saying that my pre-order would be available for pickup, but I can't remember if they said today or if they said tomorrow. Like, they didn't say there would be any kind of, like, midnight release party or anything. Yeah, I've been doing well. A little busy. I did get sick like a week and a half ago, but doing better. That's why there was no streams for like 2 weeks. One day I was just too tired, and then I was sick for like the next 3 days I would normally stream. It was stupid. And it wasn't even anything serious. It was just like an underlying cold. It was just like, man, taking all my energy away. Make it so I can't do fun stuff. You're just gonna pre-order it on eShop right now? That excited to play the game, huh, Shark Lord? I have to wait till tomorrow after work, unfortunately. Wait. Yeah. It's coming out on a Thursday for some reason. That's also left field. Like, Nintendo never releases IP games on a freaking Thursday. It's usually a Tuesday or a Friday. Luckily, I can work from home, so I don't have to worry too much about that one, but still kind of sucks. What? At least by you, COVID's going around again. I'm not surprised. I honestly think it's kind of here to stay. In other news, I got all but 4 of the plushies that I'm going to need to make that video. I think the ones that I skipped out on are the Gen 8 plushies and one additional one. I skipped out on one more. Might have been Quaxley. Quaxley. I skipped out on Quaxley. Hi, Wes. Welcome to the stream. You didn't get notified. That's unfortunate. But, so far, 5 of the plushies have shipped. We got a Turtwig, a Litten, a Chikorita, a Piplup, and a Fennekin on its way. And many, many more to be listed as shipped. That was a spendy price tag that I would have rather not spent, but kind of feel like I owe it to the starters to get the plushies. I had Charmander forever ago. But also agreed. You can't go wrong with a good Charmander. Also, just for funsies, I bought 100 shares of Nintendo stock. I mean, it's in America, so it's like not really Nintendo stock, but it is. It's like 8 of these stocks represent like 1/8 of an actual Nintendo stock, just due to how the American versus Asia stock exchanges work and stuff. But I went through and got 100 Nintendo stock. Because tomorrow they have their X date, which is the date that whoever holds the stock during that date gets the dividends for the half year. So I went and bought that, hoping for a good dividend return. I think it's like 13 to 30 cents per share, somewhere around there. So that's pretty decent. And then we hope it goes up in price with the release of Echoes of Wisdom. Doing the stonks. You ended up shiny hunting Charmander in a fire red playthrough you're doing. Did you already find said Charmander, or are you still actively hunting it? Also, I gotta go pick up the cute little guy. Because he's just in there, just as happy as can be, smiling at me. Still hunting. Yeah, those ones take a long time to find on Gen 3. But yes, we have baby. He's almost 4 months old now. Woo! Still a bobblehead. But a happy bobblehead. Doing that. Haven't had a chance to do much over the past couple of days. I feel that. The wife returned to work, so we are now basically both single parents because if I'm here, she's at work. If she's here, I'm at work. We have overlap to sleep in maybe like 2 hours in the evening. So like she'll get off at 10:30 or 10 our time, get home around 10:20, 10:30 depending on the day. And from there we have to hurry up, cook dinner, and then go to bed. And then I wake up before she does and I go to work, and then the overlap, the kids go to grandma's house. So we basically never see each other except for on days off. That sounds about right. Yeah. Unfortunately. You just joined in Babycoin. Of course we have Babycoin. He will sit still and behave for a stream, so he gets to participate. Huh. You don't do much. You're still a potato. Ooh, I hear Coppercoin stirring in the other room. Oh goodness, dude, that was a wet burp. You good, man? It makes you mad how your parents have McDonald's money for the grandkids, but didn't have it when you were kids. Yeah, McDonald's money is expensive these days. Like, you can't get crap going to McDonald's without spending $6 or so. I'm equal parts surprised and not surprised that YouTube has a potato emoji. Last time you went, a large drink was like $1.69. I believe it. They're freaking expensive these days. It do be spendy. So fun story, I think I told the last stream, but the wife and I are buckling down trying to save some money here and there, get a house a little bit faster, and we each give ourselves a personal fund. She does hers by paycheck, I do mine by like month, so every other paycheck. And I give myself 100. She usually gives herself about like 60 a pay period, whatever. And I recently took to using cash with ones and giving myself like 28 envelopes for the pay period cycle, the 2 pay periods, and putting $3 a day in each one and the excess in the last one. And so far it's kind of working for me. Like I've gone about 7-10 days, somewhere around there, without spending a single dollar, because what it does is like I have $3 to spend per day, and so if I don't spend it that day, I can either keep compiling it for the next day or I can put it in the envelope and compile it for the end of the month, whatever. It puts it into perspective, like, do I really want that soda that's going to wipe out like 100% of the cash that I have in my wallet? And so by keeping just less cash and like not using card, it's actually saved quite a bit of money so far. At least they have those $5 meals now. Dang. You have 169 subscribers now, but you don't get any view on your videos. That's a interesting coincidence that you have the same number of subscribers as Fent's soda costs at McDonald's. And I think what's helped trip my brain out with doing this is like, oh, it's going to take like 3 days worth of personal funds to get that Dutch Bros that I want, or whatever it is. And like today I almost went and got it. I was like, yeah, I amassed, 3 days worth of stuff. I'm going to go get it. And then just like I thought about what it took to actually get to that point. And it's like, no, it's not worth it. I'm good. I don't need it. So I've hacked my brain a little bit. You subscribed and followed. I see that. We did go up a subscriber. Thank you so much for the sub. I would say your name, but I would say it incorrectly. Most definitely. I'm also not entirely confident that it's not trying to get me to say something else in the process. But, like, I think I would pronounce that Siafik. This one's actually Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but, are you playing, Black and White? Because your statement was not a lie either way. Win game, because, like, Black and White was pretty dope. The Bobber son only understands 2 words in that sentence? That's unfortunate. Thanks, Siafik. Hopefully I'm saying that somewhat correct. I almost want to say Black and White is second to none, but Sapphire exists, and Emerald and Ruby. Hey, he's typing better English than a lot of our native English speakers. So I do find it funny when shade is thrown at people who don't speak English properly. Like, maybe it's just me because I heard a quote quite a while back, like, changed my perception on everything. It's like, they may be mispronouncing English, they may be speaking English incorrectly, they may be writing English incorrectly, but guess what? This is their second language. You only know one. So, like, while you're stupid in one language, they're intelligent enough to learn a second language. So, like, and that perspective has, like, shifted how I see non-native English speakers. Like, they're smart enough to know 2 languages. They're proficient in their primary language. They're also learning English. So, like, I hate it when people throw shade at people for not speaking English properly. And, like, yeah, it's not even bad is the thing. Like I said, speaking English better than a lot of our native English speakers. Like, and you can tell. You can, for the most part, tell who's not a native English speaker and who is just dumb. I never said American. Although I'm not entirely sure about England actually speaking English, so. Malaysia, that's what's up. Oh yeah, Singapore's one of them, if I'm not mistaken. And I very well could be mistaken. Let me find out if I'm mistaken. Singapore has 4 official languages, but the main language is Singaporean English. So, a specific kind of English, and that checks out. Yeah. He's a pretty cute baby. He don't do much. He's happy because he's been fed recently. But Singapore is actually a cool country as far as how it became a huge port. Like, there's just this random Singapore guy that got voted into office, or, you know, the equivalent thereof. I'm not sure how their government structure works, but he was a leader in Singapore. And he's like, you know what would be great? If everybody in this country spoke the same language. And, like, by getting everybody educated and on the same language platform, he was able to turn, like, this tiny fishing town into, like, one of the world's largest port cities. Just because everybody could communicate more efficiently. There are so many countries that use English as the primary language just because it's easier to transact business. You're learning Italian on Duolingo. There you go. I should learn Spanish, but, like, I just can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to put in the time and effort. Or are you getting disgruntled, buddy? Want that back? City Malaysia, welcome number 1. One of these days, I want to make it over to that side of the world. So what you're saying is you got suckered into learning Spanish, or taking the class at least. Oh yeah. Shinies and prior to Gen 8, like, you don't even know. Like, Gen 7 still has pretty easy shinies, but, like, Gen 4 and below are awful. I think Gen 5 changed it a little bit, but I'm not confident on that, so don't quote me. I think Gen 5 is where Masuda method really took off. You do still exist. Lots of issues with not knowing how to switch works. Wait, what? Not knowing how switch works? Wrong emoji. So if I understood that sentence correctly, you were unable to buy the digital copy of Echoes of Wisdom you were after. Pokemon Avery found a website that installs capture cards on DS consoles. Is it 3dscapture.com? You're trying to say that you're bad at buying it. You figured it out. Yeah, Gen 4 and below is 8,192. Never repaired a DS console, but I wouldn't say any of the consoles are hard to repair depending on what's wrong with them. Like, I've swapped out screens in Game Boy Advanced SPs. I've done pretty much everything imaginable to a Nintendo Switch. I'm not the best at soldering, unfortunately, so there's limits to what I can do. Wookie, welcome! You got Pokemon Gold the other day. There you go. You were strolling through YouTube and saw that I was live. Welcome, Spades. We're doing well. Just still trying to find this Poipole. We've been at it like 3.5, 4 months. It's authentic with the new battery. That's what's up. How much did that run you? Like 80 bucks? You just want to say you got a shiny Charmander legitly? Oh my gosh, speaking of legit. So, Tenny was saying last stream that you can in fact get a Celebi for Gen 3. One was done, and it's not the Agato Celebi. Previously, it was thought that there was never a US event for Celebi, and that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Well, turns out, for the 10th anniversary of Pokemon, they did a Journey Across America tour where they gave around like 20 event Pokemon away. Celebi was one of them. So, after Tenny brought that up to me, and after a crap ton of digging around on the internet, I was able to find a ROM hack that you can download to a flash cart that's a copy of the distribution cartridge that was sent to stores like GameStop for that event. We were also able to find a save file of Fire Red that had these event Pokemon on them, guaranteed, legit, by the PK Hex group, well, personages of that group. So I now have a legit Celebi chilling in my Pokemon Emerald copy, and I couldn't be more thrilled about that. You also saw someone connect Gen 2 to Gen 3. The only real way to do that is through PK Hex. Or some serious modification of the game's coding. Right? Like, the last one they knew of was going for like $1,500, and they never did get to acquire it. But it's so wild to think about that. Like, oh my gosh. And so, naturally, I'm ordering from Amazon the Game Boy Advanced Easy Flash and a wireless adapter to try and do this on my own GBA. Because, like, copying a save file with it on it just doesn't do it for me. I want to see the ROM work. We get a new light goal because we hit the light goal almost. Maybe I'm just behind. Yeah, Wookie, it was one of those. So it worked through Mystery Gift. So basically with the Game Boy Advance SP, they would take that wireless adapter, plug it in, turn on their cartridge, turn on their game, and then you would turn yours on and go to Mystery Gift, and then it would Bluetooth connect to your device and give you the Pokemon. So no trading involved. I didn't think you have to hand it over. It's more of just a wireless signal at that point. You're going to get back on tomorrow's stream, hopefully. I hope so too, Bobberson. It's good to have you. We are trying to stream more frequently now that Wifey Coin is back at work. As soon as Baby or Copper Coin goes to bed, I can stream because Baby Coin over here likes to allow me to just do my thing as long as he's got some attention. You're getting an original DS in Cobalt Blue. And I am still at it, Goo Gaming. Welcome. We got some green in the chat now. We saw a video where someone got one of those distribution thingies and the employees had. And when he tried to put it on his saves, it says event is over or something like that. Yep, that can happen. Usually the runaround for that is to change the clock on your DS, and it usually works. But usually with Japanese ones, they had hard-coded the event. The English ones typically don't have that. Our gifts ran out. The DS you're getting will be $75. That's not a bad price range for that. I think I picked up a DS for like 50 bucks back in the day. Came with 4 stupid games I don't want. Hopefully you get lucky in October because you didn't get lucky this month. Maybe. It could happen. You get that green name tag back. You're kind of contemplating getting a Game Boy Advanced? Absolutely you should. By the way, if you don't have a Game Boy Advanced, what are you shiny hunting Fire Red on? Is it an emulator? Opinions on the Nintendo Wii? The Wii was epic. I love the Wii. You have an emulator on your phone? That's what's up. How's the starter plush collection going? Actually, Wookie, I was talking about that earlier in the stream. By the end of the week, I will only be missing 4 plushies. The 3 Gen 8 starters and Quaxley. Although, to be fair, I do have all of the Gen 8 starters right there. They're just shiny, silver, platinum looking, not colorful. So they do exist and I have them, but I still will need to get the other ones. So I'm almost able to make the video, and I suspect middle of next month I should be able to get the rest of the plushies that I need. Your GameStop doesn't have all that stuff? Mine either. I had to buy this crap off eBay. Game Boy Advances are cheap? For the most part. Nintendo repairs consoles, not old ones. But I do like that they sent this old grandma a new Game Boy so that she can continue to play Tetris. Wookie, your quote was a valiant effort. And I think I know why you said it that way. Because the desire to correct you on it is overwhelming. Almost to the point where I have to say it. There we go, Wookie. That's what's up. Yep, also heard about the Power World lawsuit. Yeah, it's interesting. They're not getting sued on character design. They're getting sued on mechanics for throwing the sphere. at the monster, which I think is absurd. But apparently they patented the mechanic of throwing a ball-like object at a monster-like creature. So that's weird. I think they wanted a surefire way to sue Palworld. Whereas character design, there's very obvious infringement, but like not sound enough to be like, yeah, this was completely intentional, you know? Like the thing that kind of looks like a Salazzle but is not quite it. The thing that looks like a Zeraora but's not quite it. The thing that looks like a Luxray but isn't quite it. There's just a few of those pals that like they look close enough to that fans of both series will be like, oh yeah, they're like cloning this, but different enough that an outside party that's not a fan of either can be like, yeah, they're different enough. So getting them on the function of the game was probably the ultimate package, because that leaves very little wiggle room. Yeah, the Primarina. Kind of Wookiee. Part of it's also the longer you wait to do it, the more money and damages you can claim. Damages. This is true, Avery. They were in fact sealed. And yes, typically Game Boy games have been $35 up until the Switch, because we don't know whether the Switch is a console or a handheld device at this point, so they get to pay $60. And that's probably why Nintendo will never go back to a dedicated handheld device again, because they can charge more for their games as a console. There's kind of a universal price setting for games that has to be followed. It's loose, but it exists, and that's why for the longest time games were priced at $59.99 unless they came with some sort of collector's item, at which point they could charge for the collector's price, but the base game was always $59.99. The more you know. Okay, baby, you getting too squiggly wiggly, so have fun. Hey, Avery, you have a fantastic evening. Can you make the price lower while selling on a console, or does the rules make it only $60 at a time? Honestly, you can sell for lower. It was more to create a price cap, because when like Nintendo and Super Nintendo was in its prime, but mainly Nintendo, like you would have Zelda go for $120 equivalent, and like Duck Hunt go for $15. Like there would just be such a wide discrepancy in the prices of games among different game companies, studios, and consoles, gaming devices back then. So when the console wars really started off with Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, there was kind of a universal agreement that was enforced that says you guys are selling these for $59.99. And I think it might even extend back to Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, and something else. Super Nintendo, Sega, and something. Between all the consoles, the Wii is the best. I don't know about that, but the Wii was pretty great. What Otherworld event should we talk about? There's an Otherworld event. Is it going to be the second moon the Earth is getting? I do not know what that is, Fent. Xbox is the best. I do like what the introduction of the Xbox did for couch co-op gaming. Like, Nintendo was a thing. Like, I am a Nintendo fanboy. I love Nintendo. But there was something more teenage, more adult, more grungy about the Xbox, and just introducing more Call of Duty, Halo, and just sitting down. Like, when I think about playing a game with friends, I always my mind goes to the Xbox. Sitting down, crisscross applesauce in front of a TV, you're having like a sleepover with your friends or whatever, they're staying the night, so you're staying up into all hours of the morning, you're eating pizza, drinking soda. It's an Xbox. Like, I grew up with primarily Nintendo, got an Xbox when I was a teenager, like an Xbox 360. But, like, I picture an Xbox when I think about game night with the friends playing video games as the console. But, like, if I'm just playing lighthearted games, like, oh, I want to have a round of Smash Brothers, it's Nintendo, obviously, because that's what console it's on. But, like, if it's just, okay, I got an hour, let's play a game, it's Nintendo. Oh. Gotcha. And that's where my mind went to, Fent. But I wasn't confident. You're gonna get a PC for your birthday in about 13 days. It's gonna hurt your wallet. Are you buying your own birthday present? What's up with that, Goo? Also, congratulations and happy birthday. You know, I'm almost over here thinking, it's Diddy Kong Racing! Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I may or may not have played that game way too much when I was a young lad. Yes, welcome. You are paying half, and your friends are helping with the other half. That sounds like some slammin' good friends. Just grinding away at some more Poipole encounters. Yaz, how you doing? What's up with you? I'm doing well. Family's good. Copper Coin's asleep for the evening. Baby Coin's squirming and grunting over in the corner. He was on stream for a minute. The wife's back at work, so we have a little bit more time to stream these days. And I'm going to use it. Even got the dishes done after work. Got a near spotless kitchen. Laundry in the washer. And dinner to cook at 10. So I got 40 more minutes on the stream. Just getting off the sickness. Glad you're getting better. Being sick is no fun. Having dishes done and laundry going is a huge flex. Honestly, though, it is. And if you don't know, you don't know. Like, it's a niche audience that appreciates that. having dishes done and laundry going and still getting to sit down to play a little bit of a game. That's winning in life. You're gonna go at 25.50? Kids producing an ungodly amount of laundry. It does not matter how many times we sweep and mop our floor. It is dirty. It's just a fact. The wife will be very happy. We hope. Last time I cleaned up the apartment, I got my head ripped off because I threw a bag, an Amazon package that was open and placed by the garbage can. I threw it away. It had $100 worth of pump parts in it that my wife was disgruntled that I threw away. I was able to dumpster dive and retrieve it because there, you know, it was in a package, sealed in package inside of an open package that was pretty okay. So we have the dishwasher, we have the garbage can, you know, 90 degrees away from the dishwasher. So she put the pump parts in front of the dishwasher, which is also to the side of the trash can. And I thought it was trash overflow, so I cleaned up. And then I got my head temporarily bit off. She sewed it back on. But, yeah, I should be happy. I haven't thrown anything away today. Actually, I did. I took out an entire bag of trash. If I'm dead tomorrow, you guys know why. Also, if I didn't tell you, WifeCoin is down at some point to do WifeCoin plays, and I think I'm going to have her play through Pokemon Ruby. She also may want to do some Paper Mario. You have a couple more questions if you were to do a Supercell creator thing. Okay. Been doing laundry wrong for 15 years? Yeah. Luckily, WifeCoin doesn't care too much about laundry. It's whatever. If it's folded, it's folded. Oh yeah, yes. Like, it's an easy mistake to make. Like, because she was upset and like worried about the loss of the money because we couldn't really afford to replace them, she was understandably upset and like frantic about it. But I went and retrieved the stuff and there was still like an argument going on, and like I got mad and had to walk away and be like, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not getting chewed out about this. This is a very easy mistake to make. Like, logically speaking, like, you put the bag where you said you did, in front of the dishwasher, which is by the trash can. Trash can's overflowing. It looks like trash. I'm not going to get chewed out for this. We're not having this discussion. This is your fault. Yes, I should have checked inside the bag, but you can't put an expensive bag of stuff on the floor next to the trash can. Like, that's not okay. But we worked it out. It was good. Fights happen, you know. Get a little heated, get a little bit of emotion behind it, get a little bit of passion with it. But the important thing is the ability to talk things out in a rational and safe way. And like, any fight that I've ever had with WifeCoin has lasted like maybe 30 minutes. Because like, okay, yeah, like I'm passionate about it. I'm upset. It's fine. We'll move on. We'll talk it out and move on. It's not worth going to bed angry over. My wife is super anal about cleaning stuff. She wants it to look like we don't live here, which is physically impossible with 4 kids. Yes. And one thing is eventually going to happen, Fen. I can't tell you when it is. I can't tell you how exactly it's going to happen. But it's either going to be 15 years into having kids, or it's going to be a grandkid that just breaks your wife. Something somewhere is going to break your wife. It happened to my grandma. It happened to my mom. Yeah, the baby is talking. He's kind of yelling. He's just happily playing over there. You need to come join the party. Happy baby. So, growing up, my mom, well, she still does. She works at a school kitchen. So, like, she has to keep the standards of the state at all times as far as cleanliness and order. And so, like, that would extend to our home. Mainly the kitchen, realistically. It was mainly the kitchen. So, I'm the one that kind of had success in this avenue because, like, me and my brother and sister, when we had to do dishes, we would be there cleaning for a very, very long time because there was no way that we could get it up to that standard of clean that the kitchen was expected to be at. And finally, I'm the one that got the message through. And since this point, my mom's laxed out about it, but then grandkids came along and kind of wrecked everything. So, like, I started it, but I had spent, you know, on my own initiative, like 4 hours cleaning this kitchen. Every nook, cranny, like, everything was spotless. So I thought. And my mom comes home from work, or wherever she was out doing. I wanted to go hang out with my friends. And, like, this wasn't a requirement to go. I just didn't want there to be a no. So, like, I knew what to do. You know, good grades, chores are done. You can go do whatever the heck you want. That was the expectation. And so I did this, got cleaned, everything. And I had a part-time job at this time as well, working on cars. So I was also in between that busy schedule. And she comes home, walks into the kitchen, and, like, not even an acknowledgement that anything had been done. Not an acknowledgement of, like, all the dishes were done, the cabinets were clean, nothing. Eyes went straight to the corner underneath the stove where there was still a little bit of dirt that I had missed. And that's where, as a teenager, I lost my crap. Like, there was a fight over that one. There was yelling about that one. And it basically just pointed out, like, hey, like, I know you're the parent, but this is not okay. Like, this place is virtually spotless. And without a thank you, nothing, you went to the one spot that I happened to miss. And a few other things were said, but it did get the point across that we need to lax out a little bit on the kitchen, and never had a problem after that. But definitely understand the expectation and the need to meet it. But also, it was like at that point in time, my mom had kind of more of a realization of, yeah, houses are meant to be lived in. Nobody lives in a showmanship house. Like, it's pointless. It's so much effort for nothing. Like, everybody's house is the same. It looks like crap when there aren't people visiting. Like, it looks like chaos because life is chaos. Kids are chaos. And so, like, yeah, you gotta tidy up, you gotta clean stuff, but the level of showmanship clean doesn't need to be a thing ever. And, like, neither my wife or I are ever going to go out to that standard. I don't care who's coming over. Whether it be my friend, my parents, the freaking Queen of England, it's like, you're getting what we deal with every day. Because it's just not worth spending my life trying to impress somebody for knowing that their house looks exactly the same way mine did before I started cleaning. Because we're not going over to their house. They're coming over here. Besto and Animation are the same person. Probably. Hey, Wes. Welcome back. Your house looks like a tornado hit it 9 times out of 10. Yeah. Yeah, mine definitely does that. My kid has taken to trying to rip the outlet covers off the wall. So I have to replace those tomorrow, I think. I think I just said the Queen of England. Did I didn't say Queen Elizabeth II. I said the Queen of England, which there is a new queen, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe King Charles. Charles? Is it Charles? Maybe he doesn't have a wife right now. I don't know. You thought the person was King Charles? Well, that makes 2 of us. Yeah, but she doesn't go with my joke. Your son decided to climb on your countertop and fling powdered sugar everywhere. Yeah, that sounds like a party. Sounds like a sticky mess. My kid climbed on the counter, came running into the living room with a knife. That scared the crap out of me. Dude, you're a noisy boy. You're noisy. If you're gonna be that noisy, I should give you some tummy time, because I haven't done that today. And Grandma definitely didn't give you tummy time. Actually, she totally did. He was doing tummy time when I picked him up. He was physically standing on the counter. How much distance did he get on the sugar? I am hyped for a Master Builder brass coin stream as well, as soon as I get time to actually do it. Like, I am so excited for that Lego set. I am going to have to take a day off of work to do it, though. Also, I need my kid to not be here, so I need a day off of work at the same time that my kid can go play with grandma. Oh wow, that is laggy. Twitch be twitching. Oh, doors. That is a mess. So, was it a broom job or a vacuum job to clean that up? I should make sure not to leave small Legos on the floor. I will be doing it on a special table for that reason. The good news is, kiddos are not allowed in here unsupervised, so not really a huge concern. Broom vacuum combo. I am sorry for the buffering, but my internet seems to be hating me right now. He's still trying to figure out how to roll over. I can't say that that's going to be better. My voice should be quieter as well, but his grunting should also be really quiet. I have almost the entirety of the Harry Potter Lego series, but I don't have any of it assembled because since we moved here, I haven't had time to reassemble all of those Legos. But maybe one day. It ruined the cleaning supplies? That's how you know you made a good mess. Is Baby Coin having a rough day today? No, he's perfectly happy. I mean, maybe a little bit agitated that he's on his stomach, but he's just playing. Just making sounds, figuring out that whole voice thing, doing baby things. They sucked to begin with, okay. My wife insists on a Swiffer, but I think I've converted her to a normal mop. Just because the Swiffer was not built for toddlers to stand up to. If you were to make a cleaning brand, a cleaning supply brand, I would call it Toddler Tough. Like, this mop is toddler tough, and show it like cleaning up after a freaking toddler, because like everybody knows that that's a nightmare. So turns out I hit the wrong button on my mic. Now I should be quieter, and baby coin should be almost non-existent. $80 for a vacuum can get you a pretty decent Bissell. I'm louder? How about now? I should be pretty quiet now. Because now I have both options toggled. Minus 20 decibels and flatline. Honestly, I think the best part about that joke is that everybody ignored it. Well, we'll try that. If I'm too quiet, we'll switch to that. Realistically, I only have 18 minutes left, so... The mode I'm on is louder. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that minus 20 decibel takes it way down low. I got loud, baby is quiet. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So my mic does kind of work. But the baby noises aren't bad. Good. We kind of like having him around. "18 minutes until Echoes of Wisdom?" What? Oh yeah, because you bought the digital copy, that's right. And you're on a different time zone than me, so that works out. I saw your question, but I don't remember what it is. It had something to do with voices, if I'm not mistaken. Do people like an AI voice or real voice on YouTube Shorts? Also, how do I get people to subscribe if I were to make shorts? Honestly, shorts typically aren't going to get you a lot of subscribers. Shorts are not designed to get subscribers. You can, and a lot of people do, but the whole point about a short is to take the creator out of the equation as much as possible. And like, they're great to get people to click on your stuff, but I don't think the short itself is actually what people subscribe on. But that isn't to say that there aren't entirely short channels. Like, there are short only channels. And I don't think people typically like the AI voice, but I do see a lot of like Reddit stories that are being read by an AI voice and having that Subway Surfer nonsense go on. And I myself find myself often listening to those stories just because I find the stories funny. So like, AI voice isn't gonna kill it, but like, it depends on if the content or the what you're talking about, what the AI voice is saying, is engaging enough. So like, normal person voice with normal person intonation, catch the person, get their attention, get them to subscribe. Then you have the AI voice, which is flat, monotonous, all that. Like, if what it's saying is more interesting than what a person could do, I would say AI voice would be okay. Depends on, again, what the topic is, but I would say probably a teenager voice explaining versus an AI man. Like, if I was to listen to something playing a game, I would say teenage voice versus AI man. If it's an explanation of how something works that isn't a game, I would say AI man voice, because a teenager explaining something complex just seems absurd to me to take and give credit to, and that's just a perception thing. Like, is it something that should be coming from a teenager, or is it something that should be coming from an adult? Then teenager voice would probably be the better choice there, Wookie. Especially if it's opinion based, like what you prefer and what you like and why. Because people can also get to know you and get to know your voice instead of some artificial intelligent voice just that is generic and the same on many, many channels. Like, you are you. Why take yourself out of the presentation, out of the equation? Because ultimately with shorts, with your content, you're selling your ideas just as much as you're selling yourself. So I think taking yourself out of the equation is less personable and not as good as it could be. If I was to film my baby right now and put him on 100 times speed and mute the sound, it would look like he's breakdancing on the floor. I put him down one way and he's slowly like rotated the other way. He's going in a circle. It would be funny if you got a baby cam. Unfortunately, I don't have my second webcam hooked up right now. This is the longest he's ever been chill to stay on his tummy. Like, normally he's screaming by now. Baby cam would be sick. Like, this is what he's doing on the floor. People do love babies. Babies are pretty great. I think it's just so cool, like, how something so little will make them so happy. You got 2 more kittens? How many kittens are you up to now? Or I guess cats in general. Because like I feel like somebody else recently was saying that they got cats, but like the fact that you said 2 more implies that there were additional already. You had 0? Oh, you had 0 say. Your wife came home from work one morning with 2 kittens. 3. Okay. 3's not a bad number. Okay, that's the sound that you're frustrated now. Ah. Gross. She found them in the parking lot of her work under her car. So because they were under her car, naturally she's like, well, these are mine now. You're coming with me. So she said they wanted her, and so she took them home. Yeah, basically. Is your type Null and Savali Hunt going to be from those wormhole things you saw Bald doing? No. Wait. Savali and type Null shouldn't be done through Ultra Wormhole. They're given to you by Mrs. Wicks or something. Like, I don't... Ultra Wormholes are for legendaries prior to Gen 7, plus the Ultra Beasts. Oh, you don't have much knowledge of those games. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, maybe Bald knows something I don't, but like, Savali and Type Null are given to you in this game. Hey, Fent, you have a great night. I'm out of here in 7 minutes myself, so not missing much. You're shiny hunting Barbarical? Okay, best of luck there. Yeah, babies are unpredictable. They do that. Just randomly burp and barf everywhere. Mine doesn't have a spit up problem though, so it's rare that he even spits up. Sleepy, 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 sleepy. You're hunting it for the Kalos Dex. You got a shiny Lombre? Hey! Shiny Lombre and Ludicolo are pretty epic. What are the shiny odds on Ultra Wormholes anyways? And can you soft reset on the Barbarical in an Ultra Wormhole? Or what's the deal with that? Like, what's the method? Has Coppercoin ever watched Detective Pikachu? I feel like he was around when I watched Detective Pikachu, but like, I don't think he himself has watched it. Going in and out until you get it. So like, you have to do the flying through Ultra Space every single time. You can't just save in front of Articuno and be like, hey. The minigame each time. That's gross. And the odds can get as good as 1 out of 3. How do the odds get that good? Just the longer you fly, the more likely it is that you find... I have not heard about that, Wookie. Lunchly thing. Amount of rings and 5k light years. Well, at least you got a good strategy. Echoes of Wisdom time. Have a blast there, Shark Lord. I want to stream Echoes of Wisdom. I just don't know if I can. Like, I just don't know if I have the time. Well, yeah, you still got 2 minutes. Of course it's not letting you in. Nintendo's a stickler. Hey, Dr. Snapper, welcome. In the 9th hour. It's actually the 11th hour. It has been a hot minute. I don't have good news though, unfortunately. I'm supposed to stop streaming in exactly 1 minute. Also, welcome Tavon. Because this is not one of my abilities to have a late night stream. I need to get going on dinner at 10 o'clock at night because my wife gets home here in about 25 minutes. Are you wearing a patch on your streams? I forget what the condition for that was, but if it was 10,000 encounters, I think we are 192 away. We are 92 away. Also, at this particular moment, nobody except myself and my wife are wearing any patches. As they asked last stream, the Shopify store is, at this point, a failure. Failure. I can say that word. And I will be taking the Shopify store down within the next week, I think. I have to check to see how many days I have left on the cycle, but I can't imagine. I feel like I started it September 1st. But with the current sales on the patches, I cannot spend $39 a month to keep that store open. I don't know what I'm gonna do there. I think I'm going to move it to an eBay store, because I do sell on eBay. And I think I'm going to move it that direction. Because I only have to pay per sale a certain percentage. And I don't have to collect the sales tax and report that and do all that manner of nonsense. eBay does that for me. I don't have the eBay shop set up yet, or anything selling on eBay at the moment. I have my personal stuff, but nothing that I still need to use the business EIN and set up the eBay shop, because I can't do my personal and sell through that due to not being business, unfortunately. But yeah, the Shopify store has sold exactly 0 patches to date, so that's definitely not going to be a viable option going forward. But unfortunately, we are out of time for the stream. Moz, hold you to it. 10K total resets combined. Yep. And we are on the horizon, just a little over 80-ish, I think. 87. And we'll hit that also. Baby. He's more interested in his toes than anything else, I guess. But I'll catch you guys, hopefully. No, probably won't be tomorrow, because that's going to be my wife's time. But Friday night, I should be streaming at the regular time. No. Saturday night. Saturday night, I will be streaming regular time, probably 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. So, I am so sorry to hear that, Dr. Snapper. But hopefully you and family are hanging in there. That's never a good time to have to deal with. But she was 102. Nice. That's impressive. Good night, Dr. Snapper.